back with Bobby and JJ Radio, and we have Mr. James Smith from the San Antonio Express News talking about all type of marketing as far as digital. We're going to get into the social aspect. So let's go back to this demographics that you guys touch on. How do you guys get all this? You're saying that we can get so surgical and get to a certain audience that makes a certain amount of money, that is a certain gender, that lives in a certain area or is hanging out in a certain zip code. How does this happen?
Yeah, the joke is we can almost get a one-armed Armenian tennis player. If you want us to target
you know him too?
Yeah. Right.
You know Pablo?
Well, it's interesting. A lot of people don't realize data from all these companies you go to online, you're identifying yourself.
Sure.
So, for example, you've seen a retargeting ad.
Yeah.
Well, they dropped a piece of cookie on your browser, so they know that when you're on ESPN but you're at Amazon, you see the ad. Right. That's one way to do it. But when you register online, every time you hit accept terms and conditions, you're telling that business they can sell your data. So they're passing it along. A lot of people don't realize this.
Right.
So a lot of companies are always swirling around at the data level. But if you take your phone in general, we can figure out where a phone is within about 1 to 5 meters.
Right.
Because of longitude, latitude, the ability to do that.
Right.
So it's very unique when you just think about how crazy it freaks out a lot of our clients sometimes when we're talking to them
You're
about it.
freaking me out. Yeah.
We have a product literally that can send you an automated email based on a conversation you're having on Twitter.
Wow.
And it shows up in your inbox. So imagine, boom, you have one of these V8 moments is what I call them. Should have had a V8. And aha. So literally conversation targeting. So it really gets down to knowing all the data. Data really tells everything. And every site you go to, you're showing your behavior and where you go.
Right.
And our email database, our display databases, they update literally on the hour with new information. This person went to cars.com. Hey, now they're a car intender.
Right.
So we start identifying you based upon your behavior, and everybody's tracking us.
So let's talk websites and social media.
Sure.
Why is this so important now?
Well, I mean, a website, think about it this way. It's a digital storefront.
Right.
And if you think about it, businesses have had websites or the opportunity to get websites since 1998.
Right.
And at this point, I think we're in that if you look at the diffusion of innovation theory, you can look it up on Wikipedia. It's phenomenal about how products are adopted. If you look at the websites today that people have, you can even look at websites and they look old, almost like old newspaper, right? So websites are important because it's a digital representation of you.
Right.
I mean, 9 out of 10 people are beginning their search for almost every product and service on the internet.
Right.
So why wouldn't you be there?
And in what ways do you target your audience as far as Facebook and Twitter?
Well, Facebook and Twitter are unique. You can do a lot of targeting on Facebook. Whether you're running an ad on Facebook, you can target by age, you can target by level of education, you can target by even sometimes in some cases, I want to reach people that only work at USAA.
Right.
So you can tell Facebook where to serve advertising, and they can serve up those ads for you. And they have a couple of different ways you can do it. You can pay for clicks, where they have to serve enough impressions to drive traffic to you.
Yeah.
Or you can just buy on an impression basis. And it's very cost effective.
Sure.
It has a low click-through rate because the ads are typically very small. You notice on the right-hand rail. But as far as impressions and branding, phenomenal little product because it's inexpensive to get your name out there, and that's an engaged audience.
Sure.
I think Twitter's a little bit tricky still because I call Facebook like who you are and what you're doing.
Right.
Twitter's what you're thinking. And it's hard to monetize a lot of what people are thinking and saying.
Right.
I mean, you see them adapting. There is advertising opportunities on Twitter.
Sure.
I haven't seen any that I've seen really give great results yet. So we toy around with it with some of our clients when they want it.
Right.
But again, I think it applies to certain industries.
And so you're going into already. So your rates are pretty competitive to others.
When I came here, I've always worked probably for the more expensive in the industry.
Right.
We want to be competitive, but
Sure.
I don't want to get into a price war.
Sure.
And I don't believe in price and value. There is a relationship between the two.
Right.
So I think we focus on service. I think that's where we are a leader in the marketplace because we have a large team of people that have been assembled just for digital. 16 people on our 4th floor just provision advertising and manage and report and do this.
Right.
Locally, nobody's bigger.
Sure.
We have a dedicated team that goes out and meets with our clients, not just the salesperson, but the people who are trained and experts.
Right.
So when you look at it, I would say we are as competitive as anyone in the market,
Right.
but I don't even look at price and really care what they're charging.
Right.
Because we're going to win on everything that we can bring to the table.
Yeah, because it's so vast.
Absolutely.
So, again, to get a hold of James Smith, you go to 210-250-2606. Again, that's 250-2606. You can email him at jsmith@express-news.net, or just go to mysanantonio.com and you can know everything about this. Or if you missed any part of the show, you go to bobandjjradio.com, be a fan of the show, go to our Instagram, go to our Facebook. You can see his very handsome face on YouTube here in a couple of weeks.
Very handsome.
And it will be on SoundCloud on Mondays. So you can download or stream this show. Thank you very much.
Bye.